Yo everyone, I hope that you're all great. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the new MAC matte lipstick collection. The new matte lipsticks that came out by MAC. They came out a couple of days ago in the UK and they are available in America as well. Now all of these lipsticks are permanent, so there is no urgent need to rush out and buy them in case they disappear because they're not limited edition. Now obviously, me being the addict that I am, I still went and bought a few. I actually got them from Selfridges online last weekend on Eid. One of my lovely followers on Instagram let me know they were there and I was like ordering them really quickly. So I got them this week and I have used 3 of them so far. I will insert pictures of me wearing the other 2 at some point around here, or when I'm swatching them and whatnot, and one of them is what I'm wearing on my lips today. And where possible I will show you alternative dupes if you don't want to go out and buy these new ones because they're matte or whatever, or if you think that they are like a similar colour to something else. I suppose there's no point wasting your money, but that's down to you. Okay, so the first one that I thought I'd show you made sense to be the one that I'm wearing today. This one is called Living Legend and it's meant to be like a deep dark blackened plum, which you can see it is. It's the first time I'm wearing it. It feels to me more like a satin lipstick as opposed to a matte, because these are all meant to obviously be mattes, and it looks like that. Swatches like that. You can see it's got that gloss that satins have, and it doesn't have that weird draggy kind of feeling that some mattes can have. I mean, some mattes are really comfortable, don't get me wrong. I believe actually all these ones that I've tried so far are quite comfortable, but this one doesn't give that mattifying look. You can see the light bouncing off of it. I'm only wearing it with Night Moth lip pencil by MAC, also because they're both at dark blackened plums. But this shade may not be for everybody. Me, you know me guys, I wear whatever. I'm not afraid of a little bit of colour, whether it be bright or dark. And I think it's really nice, like a deep shade to wear for autumn, fall season. Plus, you know, the days are getting darker now. I know the clocks are changing in about a week or so, and you want to wear colours that kind of reflect the season that you're in. So I think a shade like this definitely works with those really deep, dark kind of weather type. You know what I'm talking about. So the shade that this has been compared to, or in my opinion purely based on the lipsticks that I already have, I don't wear this shade a lot, I'll be honest with you guys. You guys know that my favourite kind of shades are pinks, hot pinks, fuchsias, magentas, those kind of shades. So the one that this reminded me of was this limited edition lipstick from the Rihanna collection around this time last year, I guess, or maybe later on. It was in the winter of last year, and this was the retro matte in the shade Talk That Talk, and it looks like that. So you can see it's very similar, but obviously this being retro matte, meaning it's very dry, very stiff. And there they are next to each other. So I'd say they're very similar. The only reason it may look slightly different is because Living Legend has got a lot more pigment to it, and it's a lot more opaque, and it's more kind of easily glidable on the skin, whereas this one you would have to pile on the colour quite a bit in order for it to come up. But it doesn't have that gloss because obviously that one is a matte shade. So very similar. I don't think a lot of people will have this purely because it is limited edition and it's sold out straight away. So if you did miss out on this, I think this is actually a better dupe purely because it's more comfortable to wear on the lips. When I got these lipsticks the other day from Selfridges, as always, I posted them onto my Instagram page and I gave my beautiful followers the chance to pick which one I should wear the following day. And the most popular one was this one, which is called Fashion Revival. And it looks like that. Gorgeous plummy shade with like a little bit of a hint of a pink to it, I would say. Even Amrezy, the most beautiful Amrezy, who has the most gorgeous makeup on Instagram, was wearing this yesterday, and you guys picked this one for me and I absolutely love it. and it looks like that. It is such a gorgeous plum fuchsia mix infusion sort of shade, and it feels comfortable. It lasts amazingly on the lips, and even when it starts to wear off, the stain it leaves behind is like a gorgeous kind of just bitten sort of shade. Again, really like season appropriate kind of color, and I'm really glad that I got this. Now, a few people did say to me, is it like Rebel? It looks like the shade Rebel. And the funny thing is, Rebel was actually the first ever MAC lipstick, that and MAC Red, that I ever bought years ago. And I was looking for it and I realised I've actually not used it in such a long time. I realised I back-to-MAC'd it ages ago, and I have it in a box. So this is brand new, unopened. So I'm going to swatch it and show you exactly how it looks. So that's Rebel, and that's Fashion Revival next to it. So that is Fashion Revival, and that one is Rebel. Very similar, but I would definitely say that Rebel is a little bit darker, and you will only be able to see this if you hold these shades up next to each other, and I'm showing them in a white light, so there is no kind of discrepancy about the colours. And there they are next to each other. This one here is Rebel. Again, they look very similar. Remember, Rebel is a satin, so it's got more of a gloss sheen to it. But I would say personally that Rebel is a little bit darker, just a little bit darker. Now, another one that I wore, and I wore this yesterday, and this was the one that was the second most popular lipstick that I was asked to wear. It's called Pandemi, and it looks like this. It's a lovely orangey beigey sort of shade. Looks like that on the end. Really gorgeous shade to use as a nude lipstick for South Asian, Indian, Pakistani skin tones. Would definitely work well as like a daytime kind of nude shade. Would look really nice on white skinned, black skin tones as well. I think everybody would be able to wear this really nicely. And if you're worried, you can always darken it up with a lip liner. Again, this one really creamy, really pigmented, really comfortable to wear. Neither drying nor hydrating, just kind of like a standard MAC matte. But I do believe that their formulas have got a lot better over the years, so they're a lot more comfortable to wear than they used to be. Now, the colour that this kind of reminded me of was Velvet Teddy. And if you do follow me on Instagram, you would have noticed me wearing Velvet Teddy a lot recently, and especially in my last tutorial. So we'll put them up next to each other. So this one is Velvet Teddy and this one is Pandemi. You can see that Pandemi is slightly darker, maybe a bit more of a brownish tinge to it. This one has got a lighter kind of tinge to it. I've swatched it underneath just so that you can see. Velvet Teddy's definitely got maybe a little bit more of a pink to it. But a nice comparison, but I guess Pandemi is slightly different. Now, there's only one other one that I'm going to show you. I didn't get all of them. Didn't need to. I'm going to get the blushes as well. They look amazing. I'm going to get them when I'm in Canada, and I can get them cheaper. This one is called Vie En Rouge. And it's like a bright pink coral shade. Obviously, these are my kind of shades. Not worn this one yet, but it feels creamy. Has a bit of a satin kind of gloss to it as well. Looks a little bit like Impassioned, if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have it to hand and I can't bother to go get it, but you guys can see yourself there. So that one is La Vie En Rouge. And there it is. I'm going to be wearing this one tomorrow. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see me wearing this tomorrow. If not, follow me. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it useful, especially if you are considering at some point buying some of these shades. They are newly released, but they are permanent in the US and the UK. Presumably they will be everywhere else as well. So you don't have to go out in a hurry to buy them. Now you can always buy them tomorrow or the day after or next week or whenever. Yeah, so if you've got any more questions about any of these lipsticks or anything else in particular, ask me below. I will list everything below. If you're wondering what I'm wearing on my eyes, I'm wearing the Brooke Shields Gravitas eyeshadow palette, all of it. Animal Instincts blush. And my t-shirt saying me, sarcastic, never. Yeah. That's my personality. I got it from River Island and I only bought it yesterday if you're interested. Other than that, I hope you're all great. You're all good. I will be in Canada this time next week, but I am going to hopefully make some videos that I can load while I'm there. I'm considering vlogging while I'm out there as well. Let me know if you're interested, and then I will, because I got my brand new Samsung S5 and it's awesome and amazing and I love, and I'm going to be doing everything off of that. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.